What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. We are back with another Bjergsen video. It seems like at one point in time or another, Bjergsen has been linked to like most North American teams and most European teams. But as signings and verbal agreements are beginning to take shape, we're closer and closer every single day to finding out where Bjergsen will actually be playing in 2022. And I think today we actually might have taken a big step in that direction. But before we talk about that, first I'm going to ask you guys to please check out the first link in the description below for my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/I_am_germ. The streams have been going so well lately. It has me so excited for the future of my Twitch streams, my Twitch channel, and just all the different possibilities and opportunities for live content. It's a ton of fun. Come hang out with us, drop a follow, maybe a prime. With that being said, let's get right into this. So, one of the big things I talked about yesterday on my channel was the fact that, we got the rumor from Travis Gafford that Team Liquid was actually trialing Jensen at AD carry, which means there was obviously some legitimacy to the TL Bjergsen rumors and the fact that TL and Bjergsen were very, very close to getting something done. If they're going to go as far as to take their mid laner, the guy's been with the team for so long, Jensen, who's coming off a pretty good Worlds performance, and push him down to the bot lane, try him out. It's not just for anybody. It's not like they were just like, oh, we're getting rid of tactical, so Jensen go play AD carry. No, that was obviously for Bjergsen to come play. And again, if that all worked out, that TL roster was going to be so sick. But again, we're hearing things were not going that well, which then again, like I was saying, the most likely outcome there is for Jensen to just go to mid lane and for Bjergsen to not end up on Team Liquid. I don't think Team Liquid is just going to kick Jensen for Bjergsen. There's question marks about Bjergsen taking a year off. How strong is he going to come back? How fast? He's going to be more expensive than Jensen. All these different things going into it. The fact that Jensen already has history and experience with Team Liquid and showing some loyalty and everything there as well. So that it didn't completely kill off TL Bjergsen stuff, but it really hurt it, which then takes us to C9 Bjergsen, which obviously we've heard from a lot of different people that this was the other main option. If he's telling TSM no, and it's not working out at Team Liquid, Cloud9 seems like the last option, and that is coming from Wooloo, that's coming from Travis. Travis also thinks EG is a realistic option, but I really don't at this point. Some people are starting to say, oh, maybe he's just going to come back to TSM all along, but yeah, it's really starting to look more and more like Cloud9 Bjergsen could be a reality, if not at this point, the most likely option, which is really crazy to say. Obviously, seeing him join one of their biggest, if not their biggest rival in the LCS over the last couple of years, it's just like, somebody said it's just like Reckless. Reckless going from Fnatic to G2 is absolutely insane. But I think Bjergsen is even on a little bit, a little step up. I think Bjergsen to TSM is more important than Reckless to Fnatic. Maybe the Fnatic G2 rivalry was a little bit crazier than TSM and Cloud9, but still, Bjergsen going to Cloud9, if it happens, and again, at this point, I think it is the most likely, it's going to be absolutely crazy. But some of the tweets, some of the rumors, news that we actually got out of this whole story was Jack. Obviously a big memer, but he usually does drop some hints, some breadcrumbs and stuff throughout the offseason. He tweeted, this fire, what is this going on? What does this mean? Obviously, there's some big stuff going on. Maybe, he's shuffling around. Maybe it just means he's happy, he's excited. Maybe he's blowing up his team, or maybe he's making some big, spicy moves. So this got a lot of people thinking, what is going on? This is obviously just a day after Travis Gafford's talking about TL not going very well, and then all of a sudden Jack's, talking on Twitter, getting hyped up, getting excited. But the most interesting thing from this whole tweet was the fact that Bjergsen dropped a like on this tweet. So, he's interacting with Jack on Twitter. He's liking this tweet. Could this mean, Bjergsen is headed to Cloud9? Obviously, it's just one tweet. Obviously, it's just one like. But again, when you look at the broader picture, the whole context, the fact that Bjergsen to Cloud9 is starting to make the most sense, it's starting to be the most realistic option, I think it's very, very interesting. Now, I've said this before that if TL is forming this super team, I understand why Bjergsen would want to go there. But when you look at TSM and Cloud9, I never really understood why Bjergsen would just straight up tell TSM no and go to Cloud9. He has so much history with TSM. He has so much power, control. He has ownership of the team. And in this past season, 2021, TSM and Cloud9, the teams were basically even. TSM has a better record in the regular season. Cloud9 wins a spring title. Yeah, but TSM is up 2-0 on them in the playoffs. Cloud9 ends up going to Worlds. Yeah, but there's not a major difference between Cloud9 and TSM. And yeah, I don't know. So I just didn't really understand that. But obviously, more and more news is starting to come out about the different players that Cloud9 could potentially be picking up. You know, they are rumored right now to Inspired. They are rumored to Hansama. They are rumored to Mickey. And if Cloud9 picks up even one of those players, let alone two of them, and pairs them up with some of the other great domestic players they already have, like potentially Fudge, Blabber, Vulcan, whoever, Cloud9 starts to look like a very, very enticing team. And if Cloud9 is able to strike some deals with some free agents, is able to land some free agents, while, you know, we're hearing more and more rumors of TSM just striking out on free agent after free agent after free agent, then it would all make a lot more sense. Cloud9, you know, starts to become the clear option over TSM in that instance. And again, if that is what's happening, again, we don't really know. We won't know for probably the next couple of days, but we won't know for sure until November 16th, then the whole situation starts to make a little bit more sense, and I, you know, do not blame Bjergsen at all at that point. Jack did go on to have another tweet. He says, Cloud9 subreddit once our offseason is revealed. It's just this guy who says, that was a hot mess. Inside a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck, which, you know, seems to have like some bad vibes to it. So maybe there's, you know, some worse stuff going on, or maybe it just means it's going to be a massive dumpster fire of selling off a ton of players, trying to sell off a ton of players, buying a ton of players. You know, it seems like they're going to have a lot going on. Obviously, they've already had some craziness with Perks wanting to leave and selling him off, but, you know, we do know that they're going to get a very, very good amount of money for Perks, which is going to help them be able to sign Bjergsen, who is absolutely not going to be cheap. But we also know Bjergsen is not going to demand absolute top dollar. You know, Reggie even said he is willing to take a pay cut if it helps the team get better players, because he wants to win at the end of the day. He is a very, very rich man. He's going to be rich for the rest of his life. So Cloud9 selling off Perks does help them make bigger, better, more competitive offers to Inspired, to Hansama, to Mickey, to Reckless, to whoever. And there's just so many different possibilities at this point. Maybe Bjergsen is going to wait to see, you know, officially who Cloud9 is able to lock down. Maybe Cloud9 already has verbal agreements in place with a lot of these players. Again, it is the first week in November. We are knocking out days. We are getting closer and closer to this big news coming out. But yeah, I mean, at one point in this offseason, it seemed like TSM Bjergsen was a done deal. Then we shifted to kind of, you know, this small period where TL Bjergsen looked like almost a done deal. And at this point, I'm not ready to say that Cloud9 Bjergsen is almost a done deal, but, you know, in my mind, I'm having to start, you know, coming to terms with the fact that, even though it's not my number one choice for Bjergsen to go to, and I definitely wouldn't be as excited as if he went to maybe another team, we got to start preparing for the world in which C9 Bjergsen is very, very realistic. And also, as an NA fan, as a Western fan, should be very, very exciting as long as they get the players around him. But if they get any of these rumored players or any of these potential rumored rosters, then this Cloud9 team could be scary, exciting, and fun to watch in 2022, even if it pains me a little bit to say that. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. Leave a comment down below. Where do you think Bjergsen is going in 2022? Cloud9, TSM, TL, EG? I don't know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, save today, and all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.